Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to getting really well-informed fast. Today we're doing one of our focus deep dives. We're looking at a very recent, very significant statement from the supreme leader of Iran. Yeah, our mission here is basically to quickly get a handle on what this means. The information comes straight from a Reuters article published just yesterday, July 16th, 2025. And it focuses on Iran saying it's ready for retaliation. So, okay, let's unpack this. Let's try and see what's really going on here.
Right. And what's fascinating, I think, is how just one statement, a few specific words from a top leader can carry so much weight. It really warrants this kind of closer examination we're about to do, just focusing on the statement itself for now.
Exactly. So the core statement we're digging into, just to be crystal clear, declared by Iran's supreme leader, reported July 16th, Iran is ready to respond to any new attack. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, I think. For you listening, when a nation's highest authority makes a statement like that, what does it actually signal?
Well, it's definitely more than just an off-the-cuff remark. It feels very calibrated. When you hear Iran is ready to respond, that immediately points to a state of preparedness. They're signaling capability.
Preparedness, right. So not necessarily saying we will attack, but we can.
Precisely. It doesn't automatically signal an intent to start something, but it clearly states they have the means and maybe the will to react if something happens to them. It taps into that classic idea in international relations, deterrence theory, Project Strength to maybe prevent an attack in the first place.
Okay, deterrence. And it positions them as reactive, not proactive.
That seems to be the implication of that part of the phrase, yes, ready to respond.
Okay, but then there's the other key part. To any new attack. How does that specific phrasing change things? What's that telling the world?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
That's where you get this layer of strategic ambiguity. It's quite interesting. By saying any new attack, they're deliberately not pinning down what kind of action would trigger a response.
So it could be anything, big or small, cyber or physical.
Exactly. They don't specify the type of aggression or where it might come from or what the absolute red line is. It's broad. And keeping potential adversaries guessing like that about what might cross the line and what the response might look like, well, that can be a powerful deterrent in itself.
Keeps them on their toes.
Right. It gives Iran flexibility while still sending a very strong, very clear warning signal. And you mentioned the source and date earlier, Reuters, July 16th. The fact this gets picked up immediately, disseminated globally, it underlines that this isn't just some internal memo. It's a public declaration meant for an international audience, which of course amplifies its strategic importance.
Okay, so tying this back to you, our listener, someone trying to stay genuinely informed, how does dissecting it like this, word by word, ready to respond, any new attack, how does that actually help you interpret, say, the daily news or broader global events more accurately?
Well, I think it shifts your understanding quite fundamentally. You move past just the headline, like Iran issues warning. Instead, you start to grasp the specific strategic signaling involved. You see readiness, and you think, okay, defensive posture, deterrence.
Right.
You hear any new attack, and you recognize that calculated ambiguity. It's powerful, but also deliberately vague.
So it's about appreciating the choices behind the words.
Exactly. This kind of precise language, especially coming from the very top and amplified by global news outlets like Reuters, it's a direct window into how that nation is positioning itself right now. It's about reading the signal as it's actually sent, based only on these words, not layering on too much external speculation at this stage, just understanding the message itself.
Okay, so let's recap this deep dive then. We've really tried to unpack the strategic weight behind that single statement from Iran's supreme leader on July 16th, 2025. That statement being, Iran is ready to respond to any new attack. And when you look closely, it really does reveal layers of meaning, of signaling, way beyond just a simple warning.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to mull over as you follow world events. How does really focusing on the exact wording, the precise phrases used in these kinds of public declarations by world leaders, how does that empower you to read between the lines, to better understand the strategic game being played?
That's a really powerful question to carry forward. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you'll continue to sharpen that critical awareness.